Like, that's how they view us. That's the comments he made. So he calls me from scumbag Irish background, as in poor, because my mum's Irish and poor. This is the way they view us. And this nailed it. But if you keep going, you'll see at the end when I get up, like,
wow.
But this, and do you know the fake text? So send a faketext.com. When we're going through all this, he kept going for his pocket. And I'm playing. I said, no, hold on. One more thing. Let's see what he's saying here. So I'm playing. I said, would you ever be racist, John? No. Press play. Homophobic, John? Press play. This, John? Press play. And on everything. And then at the end, he gets out of his pocket and he says, yeah, Tommy, you said you'd bury her. I just looked at the camera and said, I told you. They didn't even check it because it suited their narrative. So they say, like yourself, if I say I want to make a hit documentary on you, this is what the BBC do. That's what they do on everyone. You've seen the whole, I don't know what to believe in any of the cases. So when they go Andrew Tate, when they go all these different people, they'll go through every single person you've ever fell out with. Now, how many of those people will be willing to make stuff up, especially if you give them a 20 grand check? Yeah. So this is Hope Not Hate working with these. I produced the BBC documentary. Is that him with a bit of paper for a slate? Down. John says he would give me the right to reply, to which I would say it's fake. But the fake allegation that I threatened to murder my ex-female employee would effectively be aired to millions of people across the world. And I'm certain every national newspaper would run with the headline, Tommy Robinson threatens to kill female employee. I wanted to prove, and I've just proved, how easy it is for fake news to be created and for people to be targeted and their lives destroyed.
You have been harmed. And John, this is a piece of deception.
My solicitor is currying a court injunction against you.
Okay. Oh, fantastic.
Against you.
So is this a lie?
This is fake news exposed.
Very good.
Okay.
Is this a lie, Tommy?
John, I suggest you get home.
Yes. Is this a lie?
I never sent that message from this phone. This is my phone.
Oh, you didn't send it from that phone?
It wasn't sent from the phone. I didn't send it.
Hold on. It wasn't sent from the phone. I didn't send it. Is this a lie?
You'll be able to catch it all in my documentary. You'll be able to catch it all in my documentary.
No, we haven't finished our documentary.
No, we have finished. In fact, John, you'll finish your career. You finish your career.
You think so?
I know so.
I know so.
Homophobia, racism.
I'm not a homophobe.
You are.
And I'm not a racist.
You are. And I'm
not. Okay.
What you was
is a lie.
What the establishment?
And what this is, mate. This is a skit show.
What happened? They put him on gardening leave for 9 months, and then he was gone. And then they tried to bury it. No, remember, this documentary, not one single British media reported on it. They put him on gardening leave. He was the head of the face of the BBC. 9 months later, they sack him. And then when they sacked him, he come out and said, Tommy Robert, he made it. He said it was all because of me. Tommy, his career's gone. He's gone. Yeah. Well, I say gone. They still bring him back.
How well did this clip do in the States, in America?
It was silenced and probably not that well.
I've never seen this.
No, watch that documentary. It finishes them. Yeah. But what people need to understand is, if Panorama are doing that to me, every single story, Panorama were used for the chemical weapons used by Assad. Yeah. So really, I don't believe a word you say. Assad had already won the war. Why is he using chemical weapons? So all of these different things.
Go back to the question, though. I asked you the question. So the question was, all right, so here's the problem. Here's the issue. What's taking place? What's your solution? How do you solve this in your country while you don't have the royal family support? You don't have the prime minister support. He used to build these guys out. You don't have you don't have anybody. How are you going to solve it?
I believe my role is to wake people up with my documentary formats, because when enough of the public understand what's happening, remember, most of them have been lied to. Most of them think anyone who stops me in the street that doesn't like me, when I ask them why, people might say, you're a racist. What have I ever said that's racist? Yeah, I've never said anything racist. So, but they have this opinion of who they think I am.
How do they treat you? I heard you went to a restaurant to have dinner, and you got kicked out after an hour of sitting there. Then the manager comes out and said, we can't serve you. Our employees don't feel very uncomfortable with you. How is it for you in the streets of UK right now?
It's changed.
Better or worse?
Better, far better. I get heroes reception everywhere I go now. So that restaurant. So obviously there's a break. London's like a different country to the rest of the UK as well. Yeah, London's very different. Population of London, it's not a working class city. So I get a good reception in most places. But this happened. This was this week. This was in the last 10 days coming out of custody. But you see, Hope Not Hate, who fabricated that story, Hope Not Hate were involved. I then made, Hope Not Hate were the government NGO. I then made an expose documentary on Hope Not Hate. I finished them. I got proof that how many people they paid to, so what they create the source of information. The media then act as a weapon. They take illegitimate sources who are lying, who are being paid, and then they pump it to you, the public, day in, day out. That's my Home I Hate Expose documentary. This is the reason I had to be censored. This is the reason I was removed from social media, from X, from Twitter. So Elon Musk gave me back my voice. And the reason was that we were bypassing the media, going straight into people's lounges on their phones and showing them, here's what they're doing. So when you say, how do we tackle it? If the population, I always say, if the population were aware of the risk to Great Britain, there'd be a revolution tomorrow. If you knew what's coming, if everyone in Britain knew what's coming, if they knew what Islam's going to do, if they knew the attack on freedom, if we knew the true agenda of those in control of us and what they want for us, there'd be a revolution tomorrow. But they don't know because they're lied to, they're controlled continuously, which is why the biggest thing we have is free speech. But that's why
you don't have free speech.
That's why they attack
you
it.
don't have free speech. You just had a lady, Rob, if you can play this clip, Christian lady is praying silent prayers. I got 3 names here. Isabel Vaughn Spruce, a Christian pro-life volunteer, was arrested twice in Birmingham for silently praying near a abortion clinic. Adam Smith Connor, a military veteran, was convicted in October of last year for silently praying near an abortion clinic in Bournemouth, and he was fined £9,000. Livia Toshiki Bolt in April of 2025 was convicted, this is last month, for standing near an abortion clinic in southern England, holding a sign that read, "Here to talk if you want." Despite the sign not referencing abortion or religious matters, she was found guilty of breaching the buffer zone and was ordered to pay £20,000. Here's the clip of one of them, Rob, if you can play it.
Are you protesting?
No.
Are you here to brave the lives of unborn children?
As I've mentioned to one of your colleagues before, I think that's a little bit of a leading question. No, I'm not, actually, today.
Can the actions be carried out elsewhere?
I'm not doing any actions. I'm just simply thinking silently in my head.
Okay, and why have you chose to use location to stand?
This is an abortion centre. I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
So, as I said before, are you here to brave the lives of unborn children?
Yes.
Say yeah.
I said no.
Did not
I'm praying for those who've been hurt by abortion.
hurt by it.